guys, it's Stephanie from My Porch Prints. Welcome back. Today we are going to be doing a tutorial to show some of the newer pieces that we're including with some of our add-on kits. And your kit may or may not include some of these, but we're going to go ahead and show you how to put some of them together. So the pieces we're going to be doing today are the Waterfall with pockets, the Folio pocket, the pocket card, and the double envelope insert. So again, your kits may or may not include some or all of these, but we'll show you how to put them together. So let's get started with the Waterfall with the pockets. So for the Waterfall, yours again may look different than this, but it should go together the same way. We printed it on cardstock, the Waterfall cards, and then I flipped it over and I printed a printable paper on the back, so you can see that that pattern shows up on the back. And after I cut these out, what I did was I scored along the fold line and then folded it. And when you fold it, you want to really crease it, maybe using like a bone folder, and then go back the other direction and crease it again, and just kind of do that a couple times till it's really pliable. And we're going to repeat that for all of the Waterfall cards. And once that's done, we can go ahead and attach them to our page. So to give you an idea of what this is going to look like, these are going to kind of stack on top of each other like this. And then they're going to go on your page. So it kind of gives you an idea of where to start. And I'm going to go ahead and start just kind of right here. And what I want to do is apply glue to this little tab piece, and then we're going to fold it and attach it to our page. Okay. So I'm just going to apply glue to this tab piece and make sure you kind of cover it all around the outside here so it stays down. And before you attach your pieces, of course, you can always use distress ink or whatever you want to age the pieces. I didn't do that this time. Okay, sorry, my hands are a little wet. I'm getting some water on the page here. And then just make sure that that's kind of straight and isn't crooked on your page. And once you've got that glued down, we're going to flip it up and we're going to do the same thing with the next piece. We're going to put it right under this one. And we're just going to try to align that the best that we can. And you may want to flip these closed just to make sure that you're getting it aligned correctly, that nothing's askew. Okay, and then again with the rest of the pieces. And if you want a longer waterfall, you could always print more of these, another page. Just print it again. And if it's not sitting right, you can always try just creasing it again on your page to make sure that it's laying flat with the fold. My pages are a little springy, but there we go. Okay, and now we're going to go ahead and add our pockets. And again, these come with the kit. And I've cut these out, and you can choose which one you want on the top, because that'll probably be the one you'll see first when you open the page. So you can pick your favorite, whatever matches your project the best. I think I'll go with this lighter one. And here's the thing. These pockets come with tags, at least for some of the kits. And so you want to kind of take a look at how your tag's going to fit in this pocket. It's going to poke out the end a little bit. It's designed for that, just to give it some interest. And you can see that there's not a lot of room around this tag. So you want to keep your glue really close to the edge of your pocket. So like right on the edge. And if for some reason you glue it and your tag isn't fitting into the pocket, you can always just trim up your tag and then recut your corners. You know, you can just trim it along the edges and fix it up if you need to. So I'm going to go ahead and just attach my pocket. And I'm just going to keep it as close as I can to the edge. It can sometimes be a little tricky. sometimes your papers will have an orientation and sometimes they won't. So if you wanted to put your waterfall like on this page so that when you pull the pocket out, it's kind of pulling away from the center of the page, just keep in mind whichever orientation works best for you, whichever side works best. Okay, and we're gonna repeat that just with all of our cards here. And just a reminder, don't add any glue to the front piece. That's your pocket, so you don't want any glue here. You just want it around the top, this side, and the bottom. And also a reminder, don't slide your pocket around a lot once you've set it on your paper, because that will spread the glue around and make it so that your pocket doesn't open all the way. Okay, and while that's drying, I'm gonna set that aside for a moment. And we're gonna take a look at our tags. Now for this set, and maybe for yours, maybe not, there's some extra decorative pieces and they match the tags. And the reason I did that is to make a dimensional piece. So I'm going to grab some, just a minute, some puff tape, some mounting tape, and we're gonna use that to create kind of a dimensional piece on our tags. So what you do is just cut a little bit of this dimensional tape, and you can, oops, glue everywhere. You can attach it to the back of your dimensional piece. And it just gives the tag a little more interest, I think. So you can kind of see how that stands off the tag a little bit. And you can decorate these as much or as little as you want. There's no right or wrong way to decorate things. Okay, and then we're gonna come back to our waterfall pockets. And if you want to, you can decorate the pockets. There's some pieces that come with the kit. Yours may or may not include some of these, but there's some florals here that I'm going to use to decorate these. And I've just got a little bit of lace and cheesecloth and things to give it some texture. Okay, and now we should be able to slip our tags into our waterfall. And you can punch out your holes and add some ribbons. You can do anything you want. There we go. And you've got just a really sweet little waterfall flip. And before we move on to our next piece, I do want to note something that's really important with your waterfall flip. When you flip the page, it's going to flip. So just keep that in mind. One way that you could remedy that is before you glue your waterfall down, to glue a piece of ribbon to your page. But you can just glue it underneath your waterfall, so it would be, you know, underneath. And then you could tie it around and tie it in a bow, and that would keep your waterfall from flopping open. And then when you want to open it, you could just untie it. So something to keep in mind if you want to keep your waterfall from flopping open. Okay, so we're gonna put together our folio pocket. And I printed this on cardstock, and then I flipped it over and printed a printable paper on the back. And yours may look a little different from this, but again, it should go together the same way. So for this pocket, we have two pocket pieces, a larger one and a smaller one. And you can see they've got these pointy corners and these curvy corners. The pointy corners are designed to go at the bottom of the pocket, so it wouldn't go like this. It would go like this. And the small one will go on top of the larger one, and they'll align at the bottom right here. And then this is the folio flap that's going to go over the top of your pockets, and just creates kind of a cute little folio look. And what we're going to do is make sure that the pockets are covered by the flap. So you don't want the pockets too far down and the flap too far up, otherwise it'll look kind of funny. It won't cover them. You want it to kind of overlap. So just kind of plan this out before you glue it to your page. So I think that looks pretty nice and centered. So we're gonna go ahead and do it this way. So we're gonna start with this large pocket, and again, the pointy corners go at the bottom. You don't have to do it that way, but that's the way it's designed. And what we're gonna do is go ahead and apply glue to the sides and the bottom, and that'll leave the top open to become our pocket. And stay as close as you can to the edge of your pocket with the glue. And again, you don't want to move it around a lot because that'll spread the glue. Put it up just a little ways from the bottom. Just like this. And if you wanted, you could make this pocket, you know, go longer or shorter, but I'm gonna go ahead and just align it on the bottom. And then for our flap, we're gonna apply our glue to this tab. And just make sure that you fold that tab ahead of time. Sorry, I should have said that. You wanna fold that tab ahead of time. And you probably wanna fold it back and forth a few times just to give it some pliability. And we're gonna just kind of slightly overlap to give it kind of a folio look. And then we've also got this kind of like button closure, and it's just kind of a false one, but it's to give it more of that folio look. And I'm gonna use a piece of mounting tape behind it, or puff tape, just to give it a little dimension. And just kind of center that where you want it on your flap. Looks good. Okay, and then that gives you kind of a cute little folio flap. And then it also gives you a place to tuck some cards or tags or whatever you want. Okay, so let's go ahead and move on to our next piece. Okay, so our next piece is really simple. It's just a pocket card. And what we're gonna do is just fold it in half and create a little card. And if you wanted to, you could, you know, do something here, leave this open, or you could just glue the top and bottom and leave this as like a kind of secret little pocket if you want to. But I'm just gonna glue mine closed and keep it really simple. But again, you know, use your imagination. Whatever you want to try, you can. There's no rules about what you have to do with the pieces. Sometimes there's ways that work better than others, but again, experiment, have fun, try new things. Okay, and all we're gonna do is just glue this pocket on, and this little tag goes inside of it. Keeping that glue really close to the edge. This is one of our simpler pieces, but I think it has some wow factor. It's really pretty and cute, and it's got some writing space. And you can decorate however you want. You can add a hole to your tag and some ribbon or whatever. You can add some dimensional pieces here if you wanted. And it's just a cute little piece to go inside of your journal. Easy peasy. Okay, so the last thing we're gonna do is this double envelope insert. And this is kind of a fun little insert that could go inside of your journal signatures. I'll show you kind of how that works. But to start with, you're gonna want to score along the fold lines, and then you're going to just fold it. So let me show you. These tabs fold in, and then you fold again on this middle line, just like this. And then last, we're going to fold this piece inward. So you're going to have basically a double folding envelope is what you've got here that's meant to go inside of your journal. So we're going to apply some glue here to our tabs. And just gonna glue those together. And again, you can use some distress ink to hide if there's like any white edges showing or whatever. And then this double folding envelope pieces should come with some half circles that match. And what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna glue these inside here so that this, oops, so that this isn't white inside. It's up to you if you want to do that or not, but I just thought it's nice. It gives it more of a finished look. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And these may be directional, they may not. These, you know, you can experiment, turn and flip them over, see what looks best for you, for your project. And again, if there's a little white peeking out, don't be afraid to use some distressing to just hide the edges. Okay, and then there's sometimes more than one that comes with the kit, and you can stack them in your page. So I'll go ahead and finish these and we'll take a look at how we insert these into the journal. Okay, so once we have our double envelope inserts kind of finished up and folded, we're gonna go ahead and add them to our journal. So when you're making a journal, you fold your journal pages into signatures usually, and then you sew them into your journal or a similar thing. These are actually tied in, so I can show you how to insert these. So these would just fold along with your pages, and then they can kind of overlap a little bit as much as you want, kind of get them where you want them. There we go. And then when you sew your signature in, you can just sew these right along with it, or you can leave them kind of free floating if you want to. And then another thing you can do, if they're not like sewing where you want them or they're not working very well, you can always just like glue one side down, you know, glue it to your page or whatever, and then leave the other side kind of free floating so that it can turn. So whatever works for you. If sewing isn't working for you, you can glue these down, you know, just onto the adjoining page, and then leave the other side kind of loose to float. And then these have some tags that should fit well in some of these, just like this. And then that just looks kind of cute on your journal page. Okay. So thank you for watching, everyone. Those are some of the newer items that are coming with some of our add-on kits at the moment. And again, we may switch things up or move things around, but if you have these items in your kit, this is a look at how we put them together. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.